here on SportsLine. Belmont headed to the Missouri Valley Conference next summer. July 1st, moves in as the 11th member of the conference, and they're going to make waves on the basketball court. You can bet that. Casey Alexander's had a fantastic team his first 2 seasons back at Belmont, replacing the legendary Rick Byrd. He knows his hands are full, but the challenge ahead is exciting because of the opportunity it provides for him and his Bruins basketball program.
Such an exciting and challenging move for Belmont.
Yeah, I think anytime you make a conference affiliation move, it's you're doing it for the best interest of your student athletes and for the university as a whole. And this is clearly an exciting time for us. I mean, the Missouri Valley Conference, with its history and the success, the challenge that we'll face, it's a new day for us, and we've got some work to do.
Usually, when people talk college athletics realignments, it's almost always focused on football. But the Missouri Valley is a basketball-centric conference. Obviously, Belmont, great success in basketball. Why does Belmont basketball and Missouri Valley basketball align so perfectly?
Yeah, it's a unique opportunity for us for exactly that reason. The success of our men's and women's basketball program, specifically the success of the Valley, and the fact that it's a basketball favorable league. It's an ideal situation. It's a great opportunity. It's an elevated step for us that creates new opportunities and creates a lot of excitement at the same time.
When you hear that, all right, from your bosses, hey, we may do this, I imagine your eyes have to light up, especially considering the fact that it's traditionally, or has been many times, a 2-bid league.
Yeah, I don't want to minimize the challenge that's in front of us. We're not going to walk into the Valley and have, instant success, maybe to the degree that we've had. I hope we do, but it's not, I don't know if it's the expectation right now, but that's why we're joining the league. We think there's a lot of doors still out there for our program to knock down. We think there's a lot of great things ahead for Belmont basketball, and the Missouri Valley Conference gives us a clear pathway to do that.
And can you speak to the challenge of kind of stepping up in a conference that may be a little more competitive?
Yeah, looking at it closely, for me, I think that, you see 10 teams, 10 existing members, all of which are very committed to basketball, and that's a change. You see 6 teams in the 2000s that have been to the Sweet 16. You see a league that's won 12 out of their 13 first-round games since 2009, and so just the competitive balance from top to bottom, the challenge of every day, every week, every month of the season. Those will be awesome opportunities for Belmont as we continue to get better.
To speak to that, I guess, one of the doors that you're yet to knock down is winning that round of 64 game. When you see that the MVC is 12-1, as you just said, how can that help you elevate this program as well?
Well, I think, one obvious reason for that, the strength of the league puts you in a better seeding position for the NCAA tournament. The better your seed for the tournament, the more likely you are to win that first-round game. The more you win first-round games, the easier it is to get to the Sweet 16. And so that's exactly what I mean by knocking down doors. I think there's a lot out there, and this gives us not an easier path, because the road to get there will be difficult. But as we continue to elevate our program and put ourselves in position to be in the NCAA tournament, then those are natural steps that we can take moving forward.
And it was alluded to by both Jeff Jackson and Scott Corley out there about Coach Byrd and where this school has come from. You remember the NAIA days, it was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Now you're in the second oldest Division I basketball conference going. How has Belmont made this incredible transition now multiple times?
Yeah, it's been an all-hands-on-deck situation, but great leadership from top to bottom, visionary leadership that with Dr. Fisher and just the growth of our university as a whole, the buildings on campus, the infrastructure that's been put in place within our department over that time, and you see the fruits of their labor. It hasn't been quick, it hasn't been easy, but in reflection now over 25 years, it's totally remarkable, going from an NAIA program to an independent, to wondering if we would ever accomplish anything significant at all at this level, to now banners full of championships in this arena, and a chance to go to the Missouri Valley Conference, which has the respect of basketball fans all across the country.
How much extra appreciation do you have for where Belmont is now, having you and Scott both kind of starting from scratch where it was a while ago? How much extra appreciation do you feel for the state that the program's in?
Yeah, we're really grateful, humbled, as Scott said, to be here in this position. Again, not knowing, nobody knows what the future holds, obviously, but, that was a hard climb. When we made the move to Division I, and and we kind of trudged along for a few years trying to figure out how to do it and what was needed and what steps had to be taken. And now, in hindsight, with reflection, to look back and say, man, this is a lot of really good athletes and coaches across the board on our campus, and time and effort and decisions and so forth that led us to this day. It's really a great thing to see it all come together like it has, and the best is yet to come.
Coach, is there a school that you're most looking forward to going to, or finally squaring up against?
No, I mean, I think as I mentioned, I think that's one of the beauties of the Missouri Valley Conference is, from a basketball coach's perspective, there's 10 schools already that are really committed to their programs being good, and every team in this league, since we've been Division I, every team in the Valley has been to the NCAA tournament, and so we know that we have our work cut out for us, but as a competitor, it's exactly what you want. Give us the best, and let's see what we can do and how we can use each other to elevate ourselves.